guys, hi family. On today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys something that this is more like a personal experience, something that is very important and people tend to misunderstand it. Yes, so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, and my lesson through life. And after this video, I'm also doing a video, also that I'm going to be posting after this one, what I've learned in my years in life, guys. I'm going to be uploading that next. So I just did the video before this one, but this is the one that is going up first. Sorry, excuse me. So guys, I'm going to be sharing with you something very important. I've heard people say my uncle told me this, my auntie said this, my grandmother, my grandfather, my grandparents, my friend, my boyfriend, my spouse, said a lot of things, and they might have said it many years ago, and those things just stick to your brain. They stick to your memory that even when you are not even supposed to think of it, it flashes everything, and that thing might just limit you and get you stuck for the next 20 years. People might just tell you, oh, you're not really an intelligent person or a bold person, or you will never advance to anything in life. People just tell you that thing and it sticks for years, and people tend to misunderstand it. And for so many people, because someone told them that, they are just talk. They don't even want to try. They don't even want to move. So probably it might even be in writing. It might be in talking. I've heard MP, my husband, told me many years ago how someone told him about him not reading properly when he was young. He said that really challenged him. And that's one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you guys now, that I personally was a personal experience I had. I went through stuff, I had too many things when I was growing up, and those things really stuck. But one thing I want to pass out is the way we receive that information actually matters. Those information are not there to stop you. Those information you get from people, you are not supposed to take it. People take it in some certain ways. Oh, they told me I am not beautiful, Because someone told you are not beautiful, then you begin to feel timid. You feel you are not enough. You start feeling, it's true. You start thinking, you begin to adhere to what they said. You begin to accept what they said. You begin to reason in that part, and people might even say you will not go to school, or because I'm just looking for instances. Those bad words are not really registered in my head now, so if they are not registered in my head at all, so I'm just looking for different examples to give. You might be doing something, it might be a business. Someone will tell you, you're not really good in business, you're not really good in this, you're not really good in that, and that just limits you. It becomes an alarm in your brain, it becomes an alarm in your head, and because of that, you are stuck. So what am I saying in essence? The way we receive those information are not the way we ought to receive them. The best way to receive them is, I'm going to ask you this question: is that really who you are? Those things they told you, is that what you are? Is that really who you are? So if that is not who you are, why don't you show them who you are? Why don't you prove them right or prove them wrong about who you are? These are the way we are supposed to receive this information, but other people receive them negatively. Just like I was using my husband as an instance. When he told me that story, he said when the lady told her, he said he felt bad, but he took it as a challenge, because this lady, there were children at that time, I think teenagers or something like that, at about 12, 10, I can't really remember the exact age, he told me, but they were quite young. He said he challenged him to start reading. He challenged him to start paying attention to reading. He challenged him that a young girl that he was even older than will come boldly and start making jest of him. That is how we are supposed to react when people mock us. When people tell us you are not enough. When people tell you you can't do this. When people tell you you can't be this, you can't be that. Is that really who you are? if that's not who you are, tell them, show them who you are. Show them who you are by doing it. And you might not be perfect, and don't do it just because you want to prove them wrong or right. Do it because that is who you are. Do it because that is the person that you really are. These are the things that people miss it, you know, when their uncle told them they will never make it, they will never do well, they will never be better in their life. And 20 years time, 50 years time, 30 years time, they are now a better person. They have more opportunities, you know, they are now good in their skills, in their job, in their profession. They are not something, you know. And at the end of the day, they start, maybe probably that uncle become poor tomorrow, or is trying to get their attention, and they start mocking them, telling them, you told me I was never going to make it. Because of this, I'm not going to give you any nice gesture or return any favor to you or do anything for you. Those people were actually placed in your path to challenge you. So people get to receive it the other way. Those people were actually placed in your heart, in your path to bless you. Those people were actually placed in your path for you to be challenged to become who you are today. So they were part of your story. They were an advantage to you, not a disadvantage. So that's where many people get it wrong, you know. And at the end of the day, they get it wrong, and at the end of the day, they don't they get it wrong. They are stuck, or they are bittered. They have a thread in them. Oh, my auntie maltreated me when I was with her. Because of that, she did not send me to school. Yes, they were wrong, but they were actually setting your path to challenge you, to refine you, to bring out that value, that goodness that you have in you, that virtue that you have in you, that's every good thing that you have in you. That was why they were set there in your path, to help you bring out the true you. And what is the true you? What are you going to show to the world? The question is, are you going to prove them right, or are you going to prove them wrong? And everything depends on you. So people should not see those bad times. Yes, there are people that actually stayed in your path, and because of that, you are not educated today, you know, because they were your guardians. Maybe probably you lost your parents. Because of that, you could not learn anything. You couldn't do anything. Yes, they were actually a disadvantage to you when you look at it from the parts that we look at it generally all the time. But the truth is, they weren't your God. They were only set there to push you, to pull you, to challenge you, to make you refine. Just like the way gold is being refined. When you see gold is dirty, you know, it's not fine, it's filled with mud. But by the time it is refined, it becomes so beautiful. Everybody wants to have it, just like what I'm wearing right now. When they tell you the process they went through to get this, in the beginning stage, you don't even want to have it. But right now, this earring is beautified. Look at it, guys. It's beautified. Why? Because it went through transformation. It went through processing, you know. And that is how you are as a person. You have to go through those processes to become. But many people give up on the way. Why? Because they don't understand this truth, what I'm sharing right now. So those people were actually placed in your path, not for you to generate bitterness, hatred, or what about, but it was for you to be better. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.